Are you a shark? Or are you a whale? Or are you a sumo wrestler like Glen Schofield, the CEO of Striking Distance? Hit the like button, because the Callisto Protocol is shaping up to be the body slam of 2022. Finally, a challenging single-player experience that doesn't spam the jump scare every 5 seconds. All being in the vein of Dead Space. See, at first it had my curiosity, but now it has my attention. But it wouldn't be another Tuesday without IGN, who I affectionately call the Ignorant Gamers Network, embarrassing themselves and engaging in some of the worst journalism I've ever seen. Bush League uninformed misrepresenting articles is pretty much the feature and not the bug over there. If they're not f***ing up, then it's not really IGN, is it? Because on November 23rd, the Ignorant Gamers Network took time away from cupping their own farts, pulled up their skirt and squatted down and out an article that can only be described as one of the many reasons why my total lack of respect for gaming journalism has cratered. And the ramifications of this diabolical mess is that just about everyone ran with the story and has either misrepresented the devs' response, the narrative that they're trying to make you pay for different death animations. Really, you can't be that stupid. Just imagine for a second blindly believing IGN. So anyway, the article reads, the Callisto Protocol Season Pass will include new death animations. Now on the surface you might think, wow, that actually looks bad. A horror game with a Season Pass? I mean, that kind of does raise some questions. And I thought splitting the DLC and paywalling character animations is a thing that EA does. And one of the reasons why I thought Glen Schofield left the company in the first place. But the thing is, it's total bollocks. See, when I saw this, I took it with a grain of salt. And once I did my own research, it was misconstrued and blown needlessly out of proportion. See, IGN falsely reported that the Callisto Protocol is like holding back death animations that are already in the game. But that is just totally wrong. This was even clarified by the lead designer. The Season Pass will have new animations on new enemies, on new locations, hence why it's a DLC. Nothing was cut from the main game. These animations and concept drawings, the point is they don't currently exist. They're going to be made post-launch. And by the way, the death animations was a big part of the charm when it comes to Dead Space. Why do you think there's so many countless death compilations on YouTube? But hey, if you want to wear a tinfoil conspiracy cap and keep looking clueless, then go for it. The thing is, I'm someone that has my guns ready for when a company does something stupid. But the Callisto Protocol just isn't the one to go after this time. However, that's not to say that they didn't make any mistakes. The worst thing you can do for a game is to announce DLC before it's even out. Now, you might have not done anything technically wrong as I've laid out, but it's still dumb as Why are you telling us that? See, gamers have been conditioned to jump on this shit. And to be fair, it's been terrible in the past. As consumers, we've been fucked over by developers and their willingness to sell us 50% of the games at launch while also having a boatload of glitches. I'm looking at you, Cyberpunk.
If I need your body, I'll fucking...
Dick.
Why do you come? Welcome. In 2077, what makes someone a criminal? Getting caught. In Night City, you can become...
And Saints Row, and Gotham Knights, and Far Cry, and the list goes on and on. It's the garbage, pathetic business practices that make everyone look bad. Anyway, my message to Glen Schofield is keep your fucking mouth shut. I know you're excited about the Callisto Protocol coming out, but just wait until people have played it. However, you might be asking, how did Striking Distance handle the slanderous campaign by the Ignorant Gamers Network network, and in my book, I would say very well. Because if it was my business and my product, I would have taken out a machete and went to town on some purple-haired, lazy millennial journalists. Glen Schofield, whose name I've said about 10 times today, went on Twitter and said, "To be clear, we're not holding anything back from the main game for the season pass. We haven't even started on the content yet. It's all new stuff that we'll be working on in the new year. The fans have asked for even more devs, so we're making it a priority next year." The translation is that IGN wrote yet another clickbait article lying through their teeth about future content and expansions. So this idea that they're locking something behind a paywall is total bullshit. You get 100% of the content on release, no in-game purchases or anything. Now, I'm making this video not necessarily because of my love for Callisto Protocol. I'm doing it because of my ingrained hatred towards IGN and their piss-poor journalism. I remember 2 years ago when I started YouTube, they were still pulling the same stunt. Lying to their audience on a daily basis, giving biased reviews. What they did to Alien Isolation was completely unforgivable. They gave that game a horrible 5.9 review, which no doubt lost significant sales for that game and likely stopped us getting a sequel, so fuck the Ignorant Gamers Network. I will be having my surround sound bass all the way up on December 2nd, blasting the max volume, turning all the lights off, and playing this bad boy on its hardest difficulty. Manix out.
Johnny Silverhand is coming. And so am I.